totally miscounted.
Why?
Well, you didn't hit the button. It doesn't matter.
I said 1, 2, 3, go. Well,
yeah,
hello.
but then you didn't go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Today is... Wait, no. That's all wrong.
What?
Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ray.
Today is Saturday, August 6th, 2022. We are coming to you guys from Stratford, Connecticut. This is our YouTube channel where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, and all the fibery fun stuff. So,
Oh, I like that. Is that new?
Yeah.
Good. Keep it up.
So thank you for joining us. If you're a returning viewer, we appreciate you coming back. If you're new, thanks for checking out the channel. Do that little thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe stuff. You know, that YouTube stuff. And that's the spiel.
Okay, good. This is bizarre. So yeah, welcome. We are back. I feel like we just did this.
I feel like it's incredibly hot in here.
Totally. Yeah. You want to go put a sweater on?
Absolutely.
Here we are. I don't know what's happening right now. So we have a lot of things to show today.
We do. It's going to be a chatty. It's going to be...
Probably, but now watch it be like a 20-minute episode. It's totally fine if it is. It doesn't matter. So, like Kevin said, welcome back. We really, really appreciate all of you guys coming back. It was really awesome to interact with you all in the last video, where we asked for you to we put in a little like prompt thingamajigger or whatever to draw some prizes. And there was so much interaction on that video. It was really, really nice.
Yeah, there were a lot of comments.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
You guys came out in force.
You sure did, and it's really exciting to see how excited you all are for our make along, which started August 1st. So, I think we start with some admin-y things. It doesn't really matter what the flow is, but just pull up a chair and or if you're already sitting, which you probably already are, unless you're cooking something, which would be nice.
Or maybe you're driving. Well, then you would still be sitting.
Okay.
Right?
Whatever your body is doing at the moment, keep it up. Be comfortable. And then, so we have two knit-alongs, or make-alongs going on right now. One is a make-along. You can do knits, crochets, or whatever. It's called Let's Hear It for the Boys. And that will be coming to an end at the end of this month, August 31st. And it's an opportunity for us to just kind of showcase the guys in the community, whether it be a pattern for a man in your life, or a pattern designed by a guy, or projects and yarn and all those things.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah. And we have a lot of entries. We have a hashtag, which is hashtag NATRBoys2022. And we have a FO thread and a chatter thread on Ravelry, which is getting some love, which is awesome. And we have a ton of prizes, like a ton of prizes.
Yeah, we got some that came in the past 2 weeks. Some came in. Show.
Yeah.
Should we do that now? Should we show the prizes now?
Okay, it's going to take away from like what we show at the end. But yeah, that's fine. Are you all excited for it? If you haven't entered, enter.
Here. So
okay.
There's still one prize coming. So first up, I've wanted to see his yarn in person for quite some time. This is Arcane Fiberworks out of Canada.
Yeah.
So we have we have 2 skeins of this. This is called Heart of the Brave.
It's
so if you don't
gorgeous.
follow him on the Insta, follow him on the Insta because his color inspiration photos and the yarn that he dyes are ridiculously close.
Unreal.
It's some talent. Like, I don't know how he does it, but they're phenomenal colors.
So this is Heart of the Brave, the inspiration photo.
And look at this.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So good. So
this is Arcane Fiberworks.
So these 2 skeins will be one prize.
Yep.
Then next up, we got some yarn from Ross of Twisted Ambitions Yarns.
This was really fun.
So this is the colorways Royals. So both of these, just so you guys know, are on their fingering bases. So this has some like grays and purples and like oranges and golds in it.
That's really gorgeous.
So, and I wanted to try his yarn for quite a while too, and he started dyeing full time.
Yeah.
Which is awesome for him.
He does a lot of like what are they called? Reels and videos and stuff on Instagram. It's really interesting to watch his progress.
And then we got one bag so far. This is Fancy Boy Designs. We love his bags.
Love his bags.
I was looking for that. Last year we got a sloth.
Doing yoga.
Which is so freaking cute. It's one of my favorite bags.
This is very cute as well.
It is. I love the pandas. So that's some of the prizes for it.
Yeah, that just came over the past 2 weeks. Plus we have a prize donated from
Les
Garçons, and we have
yarn coming from Knit and Bro.
Yeah, and also from Cabin Boy Knits.
Correct.
So we'll have a lot of things. So so jump on that bandwagon if you haven't already. It's really exciting to see patterns, and these are selfishly, like we talked about last time, for us, it gives us inspiration and ideas to do some things that we would want to wear.
All right.
Okay, and then we started our
Stephen West knit along.
Yeah, our joint knit along with Michael over at Piece for Piece Crafting.
So if you don't, go check. If you don't already subscribe, go over, check out his videos, subscribe, comment, like on them. You get to double dip. He's somebody that we are happy that we've got to meet through this whole process. We get to knit with them on Thursdays sometimes. So he's just good people.
Yeah, totally. And we have, okay, so there's a hashtag, which is hashtag NATR Piece.
PEACE.
PEACE. On Instagram, and also on Ravelry. I created an FO thread and a chatter thread, and I tried to, like, Ravelry is if it's accessible to you. It's also not very easy to move around if it is accessible to you. It's not very easy to, like, move around in Ravelry, but I figured out a way to link his profile and his podcast group in our FO and chatter threads. So enter both of those. You can just click on the link. It'll take you right to his group, and you can go ahead and enter there as well.
Fun.
So we did not say, but whips are allowed. And I know a lot of you were very, very excited about that from some of the comments that we've gotten on Ravelry. So basically just knit a Stephen West pattern. It could be whatever you want. He's got anything from hats to, he's got a little bow tie there.
Dog sweaters, right?
Yeah.
Did he release the
I don't know if he
sweater
released them, but
blankets.
Yeah, and we'll show some things throughout the episode that we've knit. Most of them are shawls. I believe they're all shawls.
Should we each of us do one now?
Sure.
Okay.
This was my most recent. I showed this, and I'm very, very excited about it. And I posted it on Instagram. And there's a story behind this where I had a difficult time. I had a very, very difficult time when I first tried to make this pattern. This is the Barndom. And it's a really, really cool shawl. And you can see some of my pictures on Instagram, and I do believe I have it also on Ravelry too in my project pages. And it's a really, really cool shawl. There's some cables in there. It's all garter otherwise, which is really nice with some yarn overs. And no, there's no yarn overs actually. It's just like make ones. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty shawl.
Yeah. And then so that's Barnum. It's a little bit too warm to
I'm not
to wear, but the shape of this one's cool because it kind of swoops
like a wing.
Yeah, like a barn owl.
Oh,
I doubt that that's where it's from. I think it's
somebody had mentioned it, and I forget where it came from. So I will show the Pierre shawl. This is a DK weight shawl. I knit this shawl out of Madeline Tosh.
This is gorgeous.
So it's meant to be like a fade.
Yeah.
So this was fun. It
very
is
squishy.
There's a bunch of different textures in here. You have maybe like, I don't know if this is seats. Yeah, I think a seat stitch. You have some garter ribs. You have some ribbing. You have this like scalloped edge, which is fun.
Yeah.
Some twisted rib, I think.
Yep.
And then you make some triangles with stockinette and garter.
I love these. What's happening?
Yeah, I love this was a really, really fun knit. It's large, it's easy to wear, and
it's warm.
I really, really love the colors.
Yeah.
For it.
And that's DK, so that'll go
DK
a lot
goes
faster.
really quick.
Yeah, it's not like his fingering weight shawls can be a commitment.
What I do remember, I ran out of one of the colors, so I had to start using another of the colors a little bit earlier, and I don't remember which one it was. But it's
you can never tell. I'm sure.
2. I think it's a 4-color shawl. All right.
Right on.
So there goes some Stephen West inspiration for you.
Yeah. So our past 2 weeks have been pretty unexciting. We did go to a craft fair. It was kind of like a pop-up.
Yeah, it was a pop-up market.
With all small businesses, which was really cool. And we saw a couple of our friends. We'll show some of the things that we got there. We bought a couple of things.
Yeah, those are actually fun. I saw another one that's like next weekend.
Oh, yeah?
In Naugatuck.
Oh.
and it's has 200 vendors.
Holy cow! Really?
Yeah. So I think
they're fun to go to.
maybe
They really
go
are
on.
fun to go to, and like we ended up getting some more chicken
Oh, we did.
from Haven Hot Chicken in
And
Orange.
they messed it up, and I had to drive back and get new chicken,
But then they gave us some pineapple upside down cake too.
which was delicious.
It was a little bit sweet. For
It
me,
was.
though.
The cake was a bit dense.
Yes.
You know what we forgot to mention too after the last episode? We just want to thank you all for being patient because we recorded Saturday.
Oh my God, I know.
That was a mess. It just didn't upload. Then we recorded Sunday and we had issues uploading. I think we tried probably like 10 times to get it uploaded. Finally, what we figured out, I think Monday. Why were we off on Monday?
I don't think we were. We weren't off on you. You might have been off on Monday. No,
I don't know, but
because I was at work when I got the alert that the video posted.
All right, so what happened is the iPad actually needed to be updated, and it wouldn't allow the video to load to YouTube. Right. So we uninstalled and reinstalled it like 10 times, and it was just actually updating the iPad. So we finally got it up that Monday morning. So we appreciate your patience because typically we're pretty good at getting our videos out on Saturdays.
Yeah, it helps that we don't edit.
It really does.
It really does.
And that we don't record in like 4K.
No.
So,
yeah,
all right.
Sorry.
So that was that. But yeah, our 2 weeks, that was it. I think that's all we really did. Well, the Sunday after we recorded, my mom and stepfather came over.
Oh, yeah.
She finally got the dotted rays that I knit for her physical therapist. And then one of you lovely people sent over the bag for her for Mother's Day.
For Mother's Day,
and
that she finally was
it's
able
the first,
to pick up.
We had made plans like probably good like 5 or 6 times to get together on the weekend, and every time it fell through. So this was the first time we were able to catch up.
She was very, very happy with it.
Yes. And she told me her physical therapist, she finally got it to her, and she cried when she got it. So that's very sweet.
My allergies are bothering me today.
Did you take your pill?
I did.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks.
And then what else? So you already mentioned the pop-up market, and I think that's it.
I think so too.
Kind of all we done.
Yeah, I had a lot of schoolwork, catch up on, and I feel like I didn't do much knitting, but we'll see.
No worries.
No worries.
No, I think we
No
both
pressure.
did. We did. All right, so I guess that's it. We jump into some knitting.
Yeah, I have 1 FO and 2 whips.
I have 0 FOs, and I have 2 whips.
Oh. Okay, I guess I'll go first.
You could go first.
I showed this on the last podcast. I finally finished. This was my Sockhead Slouch Hat by Kelly McClure. I will try to find the pattern. Pardon me. I mean, you guys have all seen this. It's a free pattern. It's the Sockhead Hat by Kelly McClure. It comes. What's really cool about this pattern is that there's a few different PDFs. There's like a simple like mobile version. There's a full-on written pattern, and then there's like a nitty-gritty just 1-page blurb about how to do it, which is good because after you make a few of these, it's a super simple knit. It's one of my absolute favorite patterns ever. I used Prosper yarn in their Legend base in the colorway Ask Questions Later. It's a 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. It's a 4-ply fingering. Really, really lovely to work with. It like flew off the needles, and I love the color. It reminds me of like chocolatey. Does it look chocolatey to you?
It would if I said chocolatey, I would think like chocolate milk.
Yes, chocolate milk with
or like
with chunks.
Malt beverage.
Oh, malted milk, malted chocolate milk.
Like
I did
Nesquik.
I did a 4-inch brim, which is what it calls for. Sometimes I do a little bit smaller. I did mess up on the decreases
Because you've knitted so many times.
Yeah, and I just decided, I just kept going. I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing, I think. And then I didn't. So it's a little cinchy. The decreases happened a little bit too quickly. But you can't, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter.
They start off slow, and then they go really quick at the end, right?
Yeah.
If I remember.
Yeah, but, I mean, if I didn't say anything, you probably would.
No, nobody would know.
And it doesn't change the shape of the hat or anything like that. So I think the yarn is so great. Look how nice and slouchy that is.
Oh my gosh, it's
It's
such
so
a good
drapey
slouchy hat.
and soft and comfortable.
It's like it was meant to be slouchy.
Right? It's like they should make a pattern for this, like a slouchy
Yeah, maybe
hat
like
pattern.
slouch head?
Yeah. Slouch head?
Should
Sockhead
have-
Slouch, maybe?
Yeah. Oh.
That might even be better.
Wow.
I have to
So
say that
original.
I have a lot of this yarn left over. The hat I did to the pattern's measurements. You can try to use up an entire skein of yarn, but
That would be a muscle burr.
probably it's a true story.
Right?
This has about 400 yards. I should probably weigh it, and I didn't do that.
Do I have my scale up
I don't have mine. I left mine downstairs. I actually looked at it before I came upstairs.
I don't think mine's up here.
But I love the color. I love the combination with the silk and the yak and the merino. It is just really, really soft. I am going to get a ton of wear out of this. I would like to wear it now, but it's too hot for that.
It is too hot. It's actually cooling down a little bit now. I think like we were more warm because we had been recently like moving around
Yeah.
up and down the stairs. But
Oh my gosh, this would make like a nice cowl. Oh, this feels nice on my neck. Or like a bandana or something.
you're gonna wear a bandana?
Look at it. You can kind of see the shape. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. It's super lovely. I will for sure be using the yarn again, and I obviously will for sure be using the pattern again. This was intended to be a muscle bra hat, but it wasn't meant to be. And I'm happy that it wasn't, because I think I will wear this a lot more than I would that other pattern.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You like? I mean, I like that too. I just like mine shorter and tighter than yours.
I like a drape. That's it.
Okay.
That's the FO.
All right. So before we jump into whips, why don't we do some Stephen West patterns?
Okay. This is exciting.
All right.
Okay.
It depends on what you pick. I'll pick.
Well, I'm just going in whatever I have in my
All right.
pile here.
Well, we have some of the same things, so I'm gonna show the same thing.
Oh, that's good.
At the same
Because
time.
we're copycats of each other. I copy Kevin a lot.
Too.
These are probably my favorite knit, one of my favorite knits of all time that I've ever done.
Agreed.
And this is the mystery knit along from 2 years ago, 2020, I believe.
I showed mine last week, so I'll just do a quick one. Slip Stravaganza. All the yarn is Lolo Did It. You need 4 colors, 5 skeins. 2 skeins of your main color, 1 skein of the other 3.
It's really so good.
This is probably my favorite project that I've knit to date.
And the cool thing about Stephen West patterns is the colors make the difference. And so Kevin's what he just showed was very graphic and super bright and colorful, and mine is softer and much more neutral.
Yes, yours is.
But it's still gorgeous.
Yes.
You know? So it doesn't really, it just goes to show that with his patterns, the genius of his patterns is that the colors
do it.
Just do it. Look how huge this thing is, though.
I love it.
This is my most worn shawl.
Yeah.
What?
Mine may not be.
You wear your vertices a lot.
Yeah.
I do too, but I love...
this is your most worn.
Yeah, I love to... So I wear this kind of like a poncho, almost, and it's just lovely. And I think Kevin makes fun of me, but it doesn't really matter. I love it very, very much.
No, it hands down my favorite knit.
I used all Trilogy yarn in her plush base, so this is a merino cashmere nylon, so it gives it that extra like fluff and softness factor. I don't remember the colorway names except for Whiskey, which is one of my favorites.
Little Nugget, Teddy Bear.
Okay.
And Whiskey, Little Nugget, Teddy Bear, and I don't know.
I see you.
I don't know the other one.
I do. Little Nugget, Teddy Bear. It'll come to me.
Whiskey,
I don't know. I thought I did.
I don't know mine. I only know
this
that.
is not on Ravelry. This was before I used Ravelry. Wow, there's a spider over there on the wall.
Oh my god, that's an ugly looking one.
I know, but that's okay. We let the spiders live. It's okay.
I know mine was one of the dark green. I think was Rumpelstiltskin. The blue is Tourmaline? And I don't know the other two.
I don't know either.
All right, so let's do another one.
Okay. Another shawl?
Yeah, since we just mentioned it. This is Westies Unite. My favorite shawl construction of
Same.
like. Where's wait? Which way does it go? This way, right?
We are not sponsored by Stephen West, by the way. He doesn't know who we are.
I freaking love this damn shawl. This is, oh my god!
It's really, really gorgeous.
This is
a really, really fun knit.
This is my most worn one.
You have two of them, huh?
Yeah. Do I?
This was your first one?
This is my first one. Hands down, my favorite. This is a lot of Lolo did it from a Harry Potter club, and I think this is Savvy Skeins. I know it's words, earwax, and I don't know the rest. But hands down,
Yeah.
this is my most worn shawl.
Yeah. This one is mine.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. This was knit with all Amanda knits. We were part of her mystery club.
Harry Potter.
Ended up being dragon inspired, so it's all based on a dragon and dragon eggs. This is my favorite color.
Yeah.
Here, I think this is gorgeous. It was so much fun.
It's such a good knit.
It was so much fun. This is easy to wear as well.
It's easy because it's such an odd shape.
Yeah, it just like you can kind of fit it wherever. So yeah,
They're so good.
they are so good. And you knit it by sections and join in the next section as you go. So you're not seaming anything together. You're picking up those stitches as you're going back and forth.
How many more Stephen West items do you have?
I only have one more.
All right, so I'm going to go...
I have another one, but it broke. The yarn broke, and I'm trying to figure out a way to fix it.
Okay, so I'm just going to show 2 more because I have 5 more over here.
What?
Yeah. And that's not including...
What is this episode? This isn't...
All right, real quick. This one is another fun one. This is
a smaller one, too, which is nice. It's
so
really
it's
good.
a very small... It's more like a scarf than it is a shawl.
Where's mine? You knit me one.
I did.
In blue.
I did.
Where is it?
I don't know. This is knit out of Shibui knits. So this one is some slip stitches and garter. And yeah. Really small, easy to wear.
Yeah, totally fun.
So that's a good one for a first like Stephen West shawl. This I believe is my first Stephen West shawl. This is Groove. This one has some cables.
They're like twisted cables or something.
Well, they're cables.
Oh, yeah.
So you just need to cable. It's, I think, 4 stitches, garter stitch, and some yarn overs. And it has some fun little buttons on this side that you use your yarn overs as buttonholes. So you can, like, wrap it around, and then you could, like, button it so it doesn't actually fall off. So this is a nice, another just small, easy to wear shawl. And this is knit. I have no idea actually what this is knit out of.
Maybe you show this in episode 1.
I may have, but I really don't know. Huh. I wonder. Oh, it is knit out of...
Brooklyn Tweed?
No, this is knit out of
Cascade.
the Fiber Co. Acadia yarn.
Oh.
So...
What weight of yarn is this?
This is fingering weight.
Is it?
Yeah.
It seems thicker.
This is... I forget the blend. I know that there's some cashmere in here. I actually have... I have some right here. This is a different color, but this is... Yeah, the Fiber Company, Acadia...
You just ruined our backdrop. Shh. It's not a backdrop.
It's 60% merino wool, 20% baby alpaca, and 20% silk.
Oh, it's lovely.
And they're only 50 grams? What the heck was I doing back then? See, I didn't know anything about that. I just bought yarn.
It's okay. 50 grams is good.
No, I would have thought, just looking at it initially, that it was a 100 gram skein. So yeah, I think these two are really good shawls to start with.
Yeah.
Because they're tiny. You do have a lot of stitches on your needles, though. I think like you cast on pretty quickly. It's, I don't know, somewhere between 200 to 300, most likely. So your rows are quite long, but you're not knitting the depth, I guess.
Sure.
Long. So yeah, so those are two more options for you. So now let's go into whips.
Okay.
I'll go first, I guess.
Okay.
All right, so first up, I'm actually going to be interested to see this on camera, because sometimes on camera, things that you're working on look a little bit different. Most of the time it's better than what it looks like in person. You can see things a little clearer. So I am knitting Once in Floral by Maxim Sear. And it's been my main focus
I'm
for
so
the
excited
past
for this
week. So this is a fingering weight sweater. It is knit on US 4s and 3s. I am knitting the 4th size, which is a 44 3/4 inch chest. I'm using the recommended needles, even though I didn't get gauge with them. But we talked about that last time. My main color is this dark blue by Primrose Yarn Co. This is their house base. The colorway is called Stargazer, and it is a 2-ply fingering weight, 50% merino and 50% Shetland, and it's approximately 400 yards. My second color, I'm using an undyed yak, a 75/25.
I think it was a great choice.
Which is a nice light gray. And then for my flowers, I'm using Spin Cycle. And the colorway I'm using, I think, is called Summer Love. I left the tag downstairs.
Summer Love.
Summer Love. So I've made quite a bit of progress on my colorwork section. So I just want to... So here we are. So I have...
Oh God, it's going to be so good.
Yeah, I have some concerns that it's not going to look like flowers.
Because of the gray?
Yeah, that you can't see the gray enough to determine that this is flower. But keep in mind, there is going to be some dark blue in there. I'm going to go back and duplicate stitch.
Yeah, so they'll add And that was a great tip.
Yeah, Max had said that was something that you could do instead of...
Because you would have a little blurb here, and then you'd have to carry the yarn all the way over and do another one here,
a good,
another one there.
I would say almost somewhere around like 30 stitches or something like that. So I am a little concerned that there's not enough contrast and that this doesn't look like a flower. It's
hard with color work until you get it done to see what the end result is going to be.
I think it looks... The color fade is beautiful, and now I'm getting into this... let's see if you guys...
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Right, so I'm starting to get this like blue-green in there, but I am a little concerned with my color choice. So I think... Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
No, I think it's going to be good, because I think it's going to be good with when you add that, when you duplicate stitch, and then you add the second half of the, the blue and the gray.
Yeah.
On the other side, I think it's going to connect all of that stuff. See how it's kind of... I think stick it out. Because you can for sure see like the changes in there,
Yeah, I love the change. Like up here, it's kind of hard because it's quite dark. It's a really dark, like brown almost. Oops. There. So it's kind of hard to see. And I almost ripped back at that point and thought, there's no way you're going to see it. But I do love the way that it faded.
Yeah.
The spin cycle has actually been quite pleasant to work with. I was talking about this on Thursday night. There's a really nice twist to it. Yeah. And the way that it just kind of runs through your fingers.
It's like barber pole almost, right?
I think that's what this is.
Yeah.
But it has like a rope kind of feel to it. Like you can feel the plies.
Yeah. So
it actually has been quite nice to work with. So yeah, I'm just hoping that once I'm done with the color work that you can really tell that it's flowers, and that if I was wearing this, from a distance, you would kind of know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's going to happen, so I'm kind of bummed about that. And I don't know. Like, Max's, you can tell that those are flowers. Like, that's...
Yeah, but if you were to look at it like that, without the... Like, if you were to look at it up close like that, without the blue, or, your blue there, it's going to be hard to tell. I think that puts it all together. And when you frame it like that, it will definitely look like a flower. I think you just keep going with it. I do. I think you keep going with it. I think once it's framed and you have the... What's that thing called in the middle of a flower?
Yeah.
Once you put that in there, I think it's
I can't think of it either.
Yeah. I think it'll be good.
So yeah, and there's definitely...
Because the farther away you get, the better,
There's some puckering, but that should fix itself with some blocking when I kind of just zhuzh things around and stretch them out. Mm-hmm. Everything kind of goes into place. So I will say the recommendation to put these stitch markers on was fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not a color work expert, and I haven't done a ton, but it helps with the repeat. Once I do that first section, I don't look at the pattern anymore, the color work chart. I just go off the previous section and make sure that I'm following it correctly. So it was super, super helpful to do that. So we'll see. I'm hoping to finish the color work this weekend.
Okay.
And then I'll have a better idea of what this is going to look like. I may even go in and do the duplicate stitch this weekend just so I can see what it looks like. But other than that,
that's a good idea, actually, because you don't have to wait for it to be done and do a duplicate stitch.
Right.
That's a great idea.
It's been super fun to knit. Like I said, the spin cycle, it's really fun to see the fade.
Mm-hmm.
I totally get it. And it's definitely not in everybody's budget. But there's a lot of options out there. There's one that a lot of people know, like the Zauberball thing. But there's also, we bought it quite a bit, was Stonehenge.
They don't make it anymore.
They don't sell it to stores. They only sell it online.
Oh.
So it's called Stonehenge.
We'll have to figure that out and list it down below.
Sure.
We have a lot of things. Our show notes are going to be today.
So that's my once and for all.
Lovely. I'll stay on the Max the Knitter bandwagon. I talked about this last time. This is my sweater. This is the So Basic sweater. Now, I had a boo-boo where I made a mistake with my decreases on my sleeves, and I was figuring out what I wanted to do, and I decided that I'm just going to go for it, and hopefully my gamble paid off, and it certainly did, and I'm very happy. This is So Basic sweater.
Have you decided on a pocket? Are you doing a pocket or no?
I would like to do a pocket.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And some people had said, and even in the pattern, it says faux leather. So I'm not concerned about that getting wet or having to reblock it with faux leather. So I finished the sleeve that I was working on. So this is what I have here. I did finish the sleeve fully. I kept track of my decreases. What's that? I can't see. It's hard to do it on the camera and figure it out.
A feather.
Thanks. So my decreases, I started out decreasing too far apart, and then I realized it, and then I started doing it as the pattern recommended, and then in order to kind of close it up and get closer to the recommended stitch count at the sleeve, I started decreasing more frequently down here for a few rows.
Actually,
you can see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep. When I wear it, it's a perfect fit. I did get down to about, I think it's 4 stitches more than what the pattern recommends that you get down to if you followed the pattern to a T. And so it actually fits perfectly. So I'm actually glad that I have the extra stitches. I feel like more would have been a little bit too tight. Though
less.
blocking...
would have been too
less
tight.
would have been too tight. And I mean, blocking would probably have fixed that, but now I don't have to worry about it. I did a sewn bind off, which is recommended here, the Elizabeth Zimmerman one. Super easy. And then I picked up for my second sleeve here, and I knit to the point where now I can start my decreases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease and then take the stitch marker from this sleeve and put it on that other sleeve so I can kind of keep track of how often I'm decreasing. And then and then that'll be done. So I don't know when I'll be able to get that done. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks. It should be good.
Because that's all you have to do. You don't have to do any more finishing on it, right?
No more finishing. Then I will block it. I will soak it. I will block it. Because obviously you can even see where like it was. I don't know if you guys can see that.
That line.
line.
I was going to say, is that...
So that's when it was on the... was on the waist yarn.
No,
it created that.
No, it's a difference in color.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit of difference in color.
That's okay. I don't mind.
No, you're not gonna really tell.
No, but it's over. It's over here as well.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see. Yeah, it's a difference in color, but you can also see like where the sweater was on waist yarn.
Yeah.
So once I everything will block out nice. If there's a little color variation, it's totally fine.
No, that's what you get with hand-dyed yarn.
Yeah, totally. And I'm not all about the
matchy
match helical style life. I'm not about the helical life. This is also in Primrose yarn in their house base. Comet is the colorway, and like Kevin's, it's 2-ply fingering, 50 merino, 50% Shetland. And I have this skein left over. This may be enough to finish the sleeve. It won't be enough to finish the sleeve. I don't know. It's fingering. We'll see.
I don't know. I mean, you're gonna get pretty
think
close.
about it. I have 3.5. This is 3.5 skeins. All of this knitting.
Maybe
3.5 skeins, and I still have half a skein left, just to finish the sleeve.
Right.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. It's fine. I have this left over, so I'll block it, and then I'll figure out a pocket, and then I'll add that on afterwards. If I don't do the pocket right away, it'll be fine. But
very nice.
That's what I got. That's my sweater. And it's living in my naughty knitting sack. Which
mine was
too. I show
too.
this all the time. The merman.
So I'm going to go with another Stephen West pattern for you guys. This is the batted cowl. It is knit in the round, and it has short rows and welts.
This is a cool pattern.
Yeah, this is Madeline Tosh. This is a single.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is Leading Men Fiber Arts. I Will Always Love You, which I love. This color.
Super cute, yeah.
But yeah, this was really, really fun. I liked doing the welts. So it's welts, short rows without picking up stitches, and yarn overs. Makes a fun little pattern. It's meant to, I think it was inspired by rice fields.
Yes.
Yes. Right? Mm-hmm. So here's what it looks like off.
Super nice.
It was really a fun knit. I knit this watching
Ted Lasso. And so you knit that flat, right? And then you seamed it up?
Nope, it's knit in the round. This is, where is it? Let's see. This is the beginning of the round, right here. So you can see.
That's neat. Oh, but it's short rows.
It's short rows. Mm-hmm. And the pattern's pretty easy to remember. I definitely made some mistakes in here. I forgot some like yarn overs and things like that, but you can't really tell.
No.
But even just wearing it like this.
Yeah, it's super easy.
It's a really fun knit. I definitely highly recommend this one. I just think it was really cool. It's easy, obviously easy to wear. Mm-hmm. So it was quick. I think I had yarn left over, so it could be a good gift knit. And then
it's a lot of knitting because with the welts you actually have to knit like
10. I think it's 9 to 10 rows,
and then you fold it in. So It looks like less knitting when it's all folded together,
Correct.
but it is quite a commitment, just so that you know.
Yeah, but the short rows make it go a
Yeah.
lot quicker. And then I think you're last. All right, and then I'll do one more, and then after we do our whips, we'll show the last one. So this is another fantastic favorite shawl of mine. This is Dotted Rays. This is knit from Amanda Knits in avocado toast.
Such a fun color.
This is the small version.
Yeah.
Which I regret doing small version on this, but it's an easy wear at a small version. The two that I've made since, I've added one extra section, and that's a nice size as well.
Yeah.
I will be making a large one. I think, yeah, I will.
The Stephen West patterns also, there's a lot of flexibility in how you end this, like, especially
Where
shawls. Where to end it. You can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. And he'll tell you that in the pattern. Like if you want a few more rows or you want to end here, you can end here. If you want to add this border, add this border.
And I did see like a lot of the comments that we got, people are really excited, but they're nervous, and they're nervous about his patterns. His patterns are very well written.
They are.
At the end of the day, you have to remember it's just knits and pearls in how you're manipulating them. And he has a ton of instructional videos on YouTube. So
he's a great teacher.
Yeah. So, chances are if you're having a concern about a certain technique, he may already have that video up. But we've found that, especially doing his mystery knit along, is that we learn something new. And it's not as scary as it seems once you get into it. A lot of the times, I think initially with his patterns too, people are afraid of the color.
Yeah.
So, take a screenshot and turn your screenshot black and white. So you're just seeing it in grays almost. And you get to focus more on the design than the colors.
Right. And like where you want your contrast, if you want contrast.
Right. So, definitely don't be afraid of his patterns. They're really well written, super. At the end of the day, they're really not too complicated. The ones that we've knit, at least.
No, I don't think any of his patterns are super complicated, because once you get that initial technique, it's just repeating it.
Yeah, they're not even like Slip Stravaganza. It's so visual, but
speaking of visual, the next one's gonna be.
But it was incredibly easy. Again, they're just knits and pearls.
They just take it one step at a time.
They really are.
Yeah.
All right. So next whip, I have. Speaking of Stephen West, this living in my bag. It's got to get out of here. I need a new bag.
You do. You need a bigger
This is
one.
a bag that I got from.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Winning Fiber Hustle Bingo. It's a bag that Chip made. So I am knitting Stephen West Lava Lake. This is a 5-color shawl. It is a fade, and it's a huge triangular shawl. Let's pull it up. This, I don't remember where I saw this, because it's not a new one, but here's Lava Lake. That's just it's very fun. It's a garter stitch shawl. So again, you just need to know how to knit and purl and do yarn overs and knit two together. So I'm knitting mine out of a Ching Fiber fade kit. Here's color 1, 2, 3. Can you hold those two?
Yes, I would love to.
3, 4, and then 5.
Fun.
So the colors are, I wonder if I remember this. So this is 5. This is called Treetop. Number 4, this one, is called Botanist. I think this one's called Field. That's 3. And then I want to go, maybe Fauna is number 2, and Fog is number 1. So this base is 100% superwash blue-faced Leicester. It's 365 meters, 399 yards. It's fantastic to work with.
Yeah.
I am currently fading colors 3 and 4. And
Oh, it's so cool.
here. So,
You want me to hold it?
yeah, if you just want to grab that. So here we are. Color 1. Fade colors 1 and 2. Color 2. Fade 2 and 3. 3. Now fade 3 and 4. So I'm actually pretty close to the halfway point of this shawl. I probably have
I love what's happening here.
like about 56 rows left to knit, and then I'd be at the halfway point. And then you do the same thing.
Is this where you were last time?
Yeah, so this is where I was last time. This is a Le Garçon stitch marker from the Mysterious Forest.
The antlers?
No, the feather.
Oh, the feather. Oh, the crow.
Yeah, so I got a good, maybe like inch, 2 to 3 inches maybe
Yeah.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on this the week after podcasting, and then I worked on the sweater strictly the past week.
Right.
So worked on this for a week, and then worked on that for a week. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. I plan on getting this one done for Rhinebeck, which is now like 70 days away or something
I
like
know.
that.
That's what Carrie said the other day.
Well, that was 70 days to when they arrived that Thursday.
Okay.
So,
So
now
then
we're
it
on
would be
Saturday,
70
so
days
70
for us.
days
Yeah.
today.
Because we don't get there till Friday.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, I really, really love this. I love the yarn over detail here. I've made some mistakes where I forgot to yarn over or I forgot to knit 2 together, and I've just done that to correct the number of stitches between stitch markers.
Who are you?
I know, right? But you'd never know.
No, you wouldn't, but you don't believe me when I say you'll never know. You say, you... Oh. Did you guys feel that?
I'm sure they did. They all...
Did you get seasick?
Yep. So yeah, this is a fun one.
Yeah.
For sure. I really like this pattern. It's going to be huge, which I love. Excuse you.
Sorry, well, you got it all tangled on me.
Excuse your arm.
Excuse yourself.
And that is Lava Lake. It is knit on a US 5. Yes. So a US 5, which is the 3.75 millimeter needle. And I probably have mine on I typically do on I'm using 5-inch tip Chagus because that's my favorite way to knit shawls. And then probably like a 30-inch cord, 32-inch cord.
I was not very good about telling you any of my information about my needle sizes that I've used.
Oh.
So on my Sockhead, to go back to that, I use a 3 millimeter needle on a 16-inch cord. That's the gauge that I like, and I like to make size medium, which you cast on 144 stitches. Okay?
Good job.
I don't know how to podcast, Kev.
That's fine.
It's all right. That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
Keep me in line.
Yep.
Keep me in check.
Yep.
Check, baby.
All right.
Check, baby.
What else do we have?
I have one more
Whip.
whip.
All right, so let's do our next Stephen West.
Okay, I feel like you have on an agenda.
No, we just wanted to show
I
Stephen
know,
West
but you seem
patterns.
it's very organized. You're very organized. I'm not used to being organized. Now this one,
This is not, I will say this is not my favorite knit,
nor mine.
but
It was really fun to knit. It was super fun to knit. I'll say that again. This was more like a stitch sampler. There were a lot of really cool new techniques.
yeah, at least 2 new ones.
Some people's, like yours, actually is really, really nice, I think. Some people chose amazing colors. I don't know who it is. I can't remember, but there's a beautiful, elegant, black and white.
I was going to say 2 color.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And there was some fringe on one of them. It's cool
Yes.
that you can kind of change things up. I'm not a huge fan of my color choices, personally. It was a lot of fun to knit, and it was fun to knit with those colors at the time. But if you remember back to the last episode or 2 episodes ago, when I said I like to knit in bright colors, but I don't like to wear the bright colors, you'll see mine.
This is actually 3 new things in here for me that I learned.
I think
So this
I
is
have,
shawlography.
yeah. So yours is. I love these colors. I would wear this.
This is a
This is
5
gorgeous.
color shawl, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 color shawl. All of mine are fiber optic yarns.
Oh, that's nice.
We got this at Rhinebeck, my colors. I waited a week to
You did
start
wait.
mine because I wanted to get all of my colors
Yes.
from one dyer at Rhinebeck. So that's what I did. And the new techniques to me were these welts. So this was the first time I had done welts. First time I did bobbles. And then first time I did brioche.
And shrimps.
Well, what did no, I mean, these are I-cords. At the end of the day, they're I-cords.
Okay.
The way that they're attached
True.
are just make them look like
Yeah.
what
These crisscrosses I had never done.
I never done, but they're just
Oh, you can't really see it there, but
no, you there.
Yeah.
They're like V's.
I had never done those because
I
you
don't-
dropped the stitch.
I had never done those or these crisscross. Well, these I had done. These crisscrosses down here.
Oh, maybe that's what I was talking about.
This is where you
These
drop
guys,
the
yeah,
stitches.
I've
You
never
do a
done
bunch of yarn overs, drop stitches, pull yarn. I did this with the hipster shawl by Lightweight Hipster by Hohi. And then brioche section here, which neither one of us had ever done.
And now I
But-
love brioche.
It is it totally took the fear of brioche right out. Done.
He has a video. He has video for every single one of these sections.
This right here, y'all, I will never,
Same.
ever do a
It looks
border
fun being
like that again
done.
in my life. In my
That
life.
that took forever. I would rather do a 1,200 stitch I-cord border than that.
Absolutely.
That was just me.
Like, I will do a 1200. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
100% agree. This one, I think I have had trouble wearing. This is heavy, actually. This is a really heavy shawl to me.
There's a lot of texture in it, and there's a lot of like folded sections and things like that. And you have yarn, yarn in the back. It's not just like plain knitting. So there's some of those sections have double or triple layers, which I think add to the weight
it
of it.
feels quite big.
Okay.
Like, go ahead. Let's see yours.
So here's mine. It's really not bad. It's just it's very bright.
You know what? It's not bright. It's the yellow that's bright. If you didn't have the
I
yellow,
wanted yellow so bad. I think I just wanted. I don't know. I wanted bright. I wanted in your face, and I did it. And I do. I mean, it's very pretty. I think it's very pretty to look at for sure. You can really see the crisscrosses here.
Yes.
The bobbles are like totally in your face here. This was the first time I had done brioche as well, which, is cool. I like the colors of the border, like the way that these are striping together. I changed up when I did the border, I changed up the order of the colors that I wanted, because I wanted to put some of these together in a way that I thought was a little bit more pleasing. So, yeah.
What yarn is this? I don't remember.
This
Amanda?
This is all Lolo did it from our Quotable Dumbledore club.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. So, yes.
One of these is called newspaper?
Yes.
Or something?
Muggle Magazine. So this is Muggle Magazine, which I love.
The
this
light
color.
color.
This light color
Yeah.
here is Muggle Magazine. I don't know the rest. The books, I think, is this like reddish color. Magic something. I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. But yeah. So again, with these types of things,
it's not really that bright.
no. Maybe in my head it was a lot brighter.
I mean, I get where you're coming. So what
It looks like a circus tent.
No, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Remember the things in elementary school where you
Those
Yes, that's
those
what it
parachutes.
reminds. And it's not a bad thing, but that's what for whatever reason it reminds me of that. It's this section. This section reminds me of the parachutes.
Yeah, I put that section together myself.
Good job.
Thanks. So this is my least worn shawl, I think, because when it's just a lot, going on. I think
It's still a fun knit.
it's fun. It's fun.
I think it would be.
I'll probably bring this to Rhinebeck
I think it would be so much
just for poops and laughs.
it would
I
be
do have a
beautiful in two
mistake.
colors.
I mean, I have a mistake in every knit that I ever do, but this is I have a pretty bad mistake that I left
with the brioche, right?
with the brioche, and had I
you tried to correct that.
It was my first time doing brioche, and I didn't know what I was doing. Now I would absolutely take it all the way back, or make a huge honest effort to correct it, like by looking up videos and stuff.
Brioche isn't hard to correct.
No,
actually.
But you can see it like right here. It's just a little funk. That's it.
Nobody's gonna.
No big deal. Yeah, doesn't matter. But you can see where I tried to fix it back here. See that? But whatever.
So this is Shawlography.
Shawlography. This was his latest mystery knit along.
So I think I'm glad we did that. Gave you guys.
Same. We should have done it as a live. That would have been fun.
Oh, we should have. We keep meaning to do it.
I know.
So I think you have a whip.
Oh, yes, I do. This one's also pretty colorful. This is crocheted though. This is in a bucket bag by Yarn Creative, which I absolutely love. It's huge. You can fit a lot of things in here. And the fun thing about this bag is that you can even make it bigger because the lining comes up and it's got a drawstring.
Am I correct in thinking she's in Australia, right?
You are correct. Okay, so here's what I have. This is my corner-to-corner blanket that I showed last time. It is, the pattern is by Red Heart Yarn Inspirations. It's called the corner-to-corner, crochet corner-to-corner throw. Oh, go.
Oh, go.
Throw, oh, go.
Throw, oh, go.
But it's by Red Heart. It's free. You can look it up. We'll have a link. I have a link. We'll have linked out to it down below. The recommended yarn is a number 4 worsted weight yarn. But I'm doing fingering. And this is going to be for our niece that's on the way. And I made some progress. I started... I'll show you what I have. Isn't it
That's
pretty?
Fun. Yeah.
I think it's so pretty. So I don't have a progress keeper, but I was working on the gray here. Is that gray?
That's
like mauvey.
Well, it's got like some gray, but almost leaning. So it's like a purpley gray. It's leaning there, but it also has a blue-green in it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things happening. So I was here. I started with last month's row 1 yarn. So I did some row 1 yarn here all the way up to here was my last row 1 yarn.
I was going to say, I know this color.
You do know this color. So then I started picking, I went upstairs in our bin and I grabbed a whole bunch of minis or leftovers from our collection. This one I did not do.
Yes, it is. That's this.
Oh, yes.
That's the color that I used in the sweater for the baby.
That's right. So this is leftover from the sweater that Kevin knit. It's called Gypsy Market by
Emma's Yarn.
Emma's Yarn. And then I started pulling these 3 colors here.
Yeah.
Are from leftovers from my Vertices Unite from Amanda Knits. Because these are all the leftovers I had from Vertices Unite. I don't know exactly the colors because I didn't keep the tags let's with them.
So this one's Commonwealth green.
Okay. This one's the fire. Oh, yeah, the fire. This one, Firebird, fire something or another.
Chinese Fireball.
Chinese Fireball. And then this blue is that blue that I showed you, that my favorite color in my largest section of the vertices. And that is, I think it's Romanian Longtail or something like that. I can't really remember. And so what I was doing, because with the row 1 minis, I was just going through until I finished them. They were 10 grams a piece. With the rest of it, I striped 4 rows, 4 repeats. So I ended up with a striped, striping it so it's all the same up here. This bright green color is called Limeade, and this is what I knit Reese, her sister, Sockhead, actually is a Sockhead Slouch Cowl. A Sockhead Cowl also by Kelly McClure, in that same color. So I thought it was cute to add that in there so that they, they have that there. So I am now, what?
I think this is Peruvian Viper Tooth. That
Maybe.
was section E.
It doesn't matter because she doesn't dye them anymore.
That's fine, but still, at least we know the colorway names.
Okay. And I love it. I love the pattern. I think it's super fun. It's got some texture to it. It's nice and drapey because of the fingering weight yarn that I used, and I'm using a 4mm G hook. These are Clover. I can't remember the brand. Somebody had asked, but I looked it up and I sent you a message with the actual line of it. It's something like Amor, maybe Amor. Is there such a thing as a
Amor?
Amor, Amour. And they're relatively inexpensive, but these are my favorite crochet hooks.
They were the set was $40.
Yeah, and you get...
and that's 40% off. So it says the set was $73.50.
What? That can't be true.
It comes with 1, 2, 3,
From where?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hooks from Clover directly.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So this is the set.
And so now I am, I think I've done with my increases. And so now I'm just going to create the blanket. And I have to look at the video. I was using a video by Bella Coco. And she has a tutorial on how to do this. I just love how this is looking.
Yeah, it's fun.
Isn't this fun? Because then it's it also is so variegated here, and then it comes to bright, vibrant tonal, and then it's gonna go back the other direction in more variegated yarns. Because I still have 5 colors from the row 1 minis. So my plan was to fill the middle of this shawl with some leftovers.
Blanket.
Thank you. The blanket with some leftovers, and then pick back up again the rest of that row 1. Because Kevin wasn't sharing his row 1 minis with me.
Nope, I put them in the safe.
But luckily we got some more row 1 on the way, so we'll show you that. So yeah, I thought that was fun. I think it's fun. I think there's a lot of potential to do more. I probably, if I were to do some more corner to corner, I probably would use a heavier weight yarn just so that it goes a little bit faster.
Well, you could
so I'd hold a double too.
Yeah, you could.
I get nervous holding. I've never really held yarn double for a crochet before, because the way that you go into the stitches, bless you, there's potential. I think even more so than knitting to miss both loops. So I just have to be a little bit more cognizant about that. Yeah. That's just. But I'm inexperienced crocheter, really, in the big realm of crochet. So that's that. That's all.
All right.
Those are my whips.
That's our whips and the FO.
And that's a wrap. No,
that's our Stephen West parade. So, where are we now?
We should call it. We'll name this episode West Parade.
Oh, yeah. There we go. We typically don't name it
Parade.
unless something comes to us.
Yeah. I love this. I really do love this.
All right. So,
now that I'm much more comfortable.
Now that we've done FO's whips, we've done our Stephen West, so now we move into that extra stuff that we talk about at the end. So we're going to do coupon codes, because we haven't talked about those the past couple episodes.
But they've all been listed down below.
Yeah, so if you we have a bunch of them. They're always listed below in our show notes. There's even a thread now on Ravelry if that has the coupon codes there, and it allows you to comment. If you are a maker and you want to share a coupon code, feel free to throw it in that thread for everyone to see. Let's go to pages. Picture pages, time to get to. All right. So, coupon codes. Let's close it and then go back. All right. So, we have Naughty Knitting Sacks. Code is PricklePants15. That gets you 15% off your order. Trilogy Yarns, you could use the code NATR15 for 15% off anything excluding her clubs and kits.
Yes.
Knit Swag, the code is Kevin and Ray for 15% off your order. Lila Styles, code is LoveNATR10 for 10% off your order. Always Queenie Believe.
Oh my God.
The code's 9-inch circ, and that's for 20% off your order. Oh, you're so right. Kitty did bags. Code is Kevin and Ray 10 for 10% off your order. Scrappy Angel, NATR fan 10 for 10% off your order. That one expired. And then we have Stitchy Squid. Code is Tarquin 15 for 15% off your order. We also have to share our winners of the Stephen West pattern giveaway that we did last week.
And I meant to do that in the very beginning.
So we initially said we were going to pick 2, but we had such a huge response, we've decided to pick 5 winners. So what we're going to ask is, if this is you, send us an email. Our email address is down below in the description of this episode.
Sorry, I'm looking also to buy a bag.
In the subject line, if you could just do Westknits winner.
Yes.
This way we know it's you. And just provide us with your name or your Ravelry username. And we can...
Yeah, and if Ravelry is not accessible to you, just we'll be in touch. We'll figure out a way to get you a pattern that you want.
Yeah, we could...
Because he has a website as well. So
correct.
His patterns are... We can send you... somehow get you a pattern over there.
All right.
Okay.
So why don't you go through the winners, please? Vanna.
Okay.
Our
first winner... What?
Is that from that's the most recent one?
Yes.
Okay. Good job.
Yes, it is.
All right.
So we pulled a total of our pool of names was 485. We had a lot of comments. We asked you to put in your comment, "I want my Westknits," and that's how we searched for it. We actually gave a little bit of leniency because people were spelling Westknits differently and putting it as one word.
Well, that's not leniency.
So what we ended up doing was searching for "I want" as our prompt. So that opened it up to more winners. So hopefully, to expand that, your intentions were correct. So we wanted to at least include you. Anyway, okay, our first winner is Carrie Winnie. And her comment was, "I want my Westknits. Great episode as always, guys." So if that is you, send us a message. Number 2 is Cat B. Your comment was, "I want my Westknits. Thank you so much. Always excited when I see a new episode." And C is with the letter C as opposed to the word. Winner number 3 is Carol Barhorst. And your comment was, "I want my Westknits. Another great episode. You gentlemen are so entertaining. I keep trying to figure out if I'm more Team Kevin or more Team Ray." Your Team Ray. Duh. Just be Team Needles at the Ready. This is you. Please send us a message. And this is Emily from the Revived Yarns podcast. Congratulations. Your comment was, "I want my Westknits. It's taken a whole day to watch part of your episode." Sorry. Too busy around here. Well, I get it. It's okay. So
I remember that comment, actually.
Hopefully you get a chance to watch this episode at some point. And please reach out to us. And this is you. Here. And I think this is our last one. Is DCrafty2. And your comment was, "Hey, Kevin and Ray, I want my Westknits. I have a few patterns of his, but I like that Lava Lake one you were doing, Kevin. Maybe do that. Laugh out loud. We'll see." So if that's you, please contact us.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Winners.
And it's so exciting because, I think, like Kevin was saying, I think people get intimidated a little bit by his patterns. And it's a way for us to take that financial burden away from you, take a chance, get a little free pattern along the way and an opportunity to try them out. So congrats. Please message us via email. Don't respond back to your YouTube comment or anything like that because it's very difficult for us to see that.
All right.
That's all I have to say.
All right.
That.
So next up,
so I'm trying to buy these bags, and I don't know when it goes up. Mountain time.
That's Mountain Time's 2 hours.
Okay.
Behind us.
Did you guys see these new bags? And I'm gonna say this now. Hopefully the episode won't go up before this comes out, so I have a chance to get these bags. But Ginger Snap that has this adorable.
I think I have a runny nose. I wish we had a tissue.
In the bathroom?
I know. I'm going to grab one.
Okay. So they're doing a shop update.
Hi, bud.
Today at noon, Mountain Standard Time. Look how freaking cute. It's s'mores. It's called Laugh S'more. S''MORE. Laugh S'more, worry less. So they're out of Alberta, Canada, and
So it means you have 2 o'clock our time.
okay. So she's got different. What I want is there's a wireframe bag here.
That's a cute bag.
Isn't it adorable? And then there's a sock set.
This set's
So
beautiful.
I want both.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll get there in time. They sell out really, really fast. But follow them on Instagram. You're probably seeing this after it's gone live, and if they hopefully
Sorry,
they
not
have
sorry.
some extras. But I just wanted to let you know this is my intention. I just think it's absolutely adorable. Okay.
All right, let's talk
what's
about
happening
some Owl
now?
Post.
Owl Post.
So, I'll start first. So with the yarn that we purchased from Twisted Ambitions Yarn, Ross also sent us a little sock kit. This is Mellow Mood. So this is the sweet socks, which is 75.25, and it is 463 yards. It's a 4-ply. I think the colors are
I think it's absolutely
beautiful.
gorgeous.
I love the brightness
Me too.
of it.
I think it's so
really,
good.
really pretty. Got some speckles in it, and then a nice solid, like
Ivory.
baby.
like?
So I'm gonna say no. It's like
Hard to see in the bag. That's okay.
yeah. It's a really pretty, like bluish, greenish.
I see the
light.
green a little bit.
So thank you very much, Ross.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
so nice.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh
you're next.
yeah. This I think is our. Oh no, we have another box. This was really really nice. One of our viewers wanted to send us something. We can use it as a donation, which I think this is perfect for our Stephen West knit along. The Painting Shawls book by Stephen West, and we have ours right there actually, where I'm pointing to, and it's absolutely. Not only does it have the patterns in here, but the art and the photography is so gorgeous.
You did the honeycombs, right?
I did the painting honeycombs. Yep. And it's just so cool. So it smells good too because it's brand new. So this will be going out to one of your winners. This will be one of our prizes for the.
I know we have to start thinking of prizes for that.
Well, we have the Freya yarn too that we'll be sending out.
Maybe I'll dye some yarn for
That'll
it.
be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a fade actually downstairs that you just.
I
dyed
know.
up. It's
So
gorgeous.
Let's talk about that for a second. So I haven't been dyeing a ton because I've been knitting. And obviously my first love is always going to be knitting, and I've really wanted to focus on that and get some projects done.
Yeah.
And I think just finding the time has been really difficult. This time of year is hard, I think, because we're outside more.
Yep.
We're doing more things, right? We're not hibernating in the fall and winter. So, and I feel like I ran into this same thing last year where I didn't dye a lot in the summer. Once like September, October hit, I started dyeing a little bit more. But what I did is I purchased a membership to the School of Sweet Georgia. And there's a bunch of courses that are knitting related, spinning, so all fiber related stuff. And there is some dyeing courses. And like I kind of know what I'm doing, but everything I've learned, I've pretty much learned from YouTube. So I wanted to kind of just get some knowledge.
Yep.
And I went through a full course yesterday, and I definitely learned some things, but it kind of inspired me. So I went and I dyed up 2 4-color fades. I have to figure out the 5-color one, but they're really pretty.
The orange is gorgeous. The blues are fantastic.
Yeah, it was
the
really
blues
great.
would be really nice if you can find like even a solid black, and do one of the painting bricks or something, and do that as a fade.
Yeah, a lot of fades
with like black,
and a lot of
that would
fades
look
tend
so
to be
nice.
though 5 colors. So that's just something I wanted to figure out the math, and it was easier to start with the 4 colors, so I can definitely get to 5
Sure.
later. But I was really, really happy with it. It was really inspiring to watch that and to just learn a little bit more, learn a little bit. And it's really exciting when like my dye pots, all the color was exhausted, making sure that happened. But I was really, really pleased with them. And now I have to figure out, and this is the one thing I was saying to Ray last night when we took the dog for a walk, is...
He's just scratching himself.
Yeah. One of the things is when you're doing a tonal and you're using a certain amount of dye and you're getting a color on the skein, the one thing I don't know is if I like that hue of the color, how to get that in a non-tonal form when just like pouring dye over. So that's hopefully something. The next set of courses actually you're dyeing with her, so you're working on projects. So that's, and one of them's a self-striping one. So I'll do some self-striping at some point.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going through her courses.
Yeah, that's really incredible.
A quarter. So
maybe you'll let me actually knit with your yarn. I have bags under my eyes.
I have bags under my eyes. All right, so that was my little bit. So
does this help? Is this a thing?
No, you need cucumbers.
I don't want All right, this
more.
next thing, and I'm actually really happy. We mentioned this on the second recording, the one that actually went out.
No,
we mentioned that we had something special to show, but we had to wait. And I'm so glad, because the first time we recorded, we actually showed it. The second time we were like, maybe we shouldn't show it, and we actually got confirmation that we should not have shown.
Like 2 days later.
Right, which was great. So now we can show this. And you might have already seen this because it launched on August 1st. But Jimmy Bean's Wool is they are carrying this amazing partnership now between Hedgehog Fibers and Madeline Tosh with these tweedy, like, flex and recycled yarn in 2 unique colors to them, which is so cool. Dreaming in Light, and this one is blue. Oh shoot, it's blue something.
I have it. Future Reflections.
Future Reflections.
So the Madeline Tosh sent their scraps of Tosh Merino Light, and they sent them to Hedgehog. And then Hedgehog put them in their Tweety yarn.
Yes. And so it's a really, really cool partnership. Jimmy Beans has these listed. It is 100 grams. It's 50% Falkland Merino, 37.5% recycled wool, which is great, and 12.5% Madeline Tosh thread waste. And it's about 230 meters. So what is that?
So it's 250 yards, 230 meters. So that's probably like a DK weight.
worsted weight?
And then according to Jimmy Bean's Wool, after you purchase one of these skeins,
yes,
you can choose one of 4 free patterns by emailing Jimmy Bean's Wool.
Isn't that cool? So we'll have the link to Jimmy Bean's Wool down below. We have an affiliate. We're an affiliate of theirs, which just means that they'll send us things like this periodically, new things that we can share with you guys. And if you use our link to shop through there, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does kick back, just so you're aware. If you don't want to send us any money, it just does. It kicks back some like a percentage of the sale to us. So yeah, give it. They're really cool together. I wonder if they have any patterns that combine the two together.
Yeah, they'll be fun to knit with.
So check that out. Go to follow the link down below. When you go to Jimmy Bean's Wool, the right on the front page is some information about the yarn and that partnership there that they have. It's super, super cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's always nice to also like recycle things, right? Like instead of like throwing things around.
So I know Hedgehog does that. You can send them your scraps, and they will put it into yarn, and you get a coupon code to buy the yarn.
So that
else?
was no. Yes. So that was that. Super fun.
All right, and I
thank
have
you
this.
for sending that our way.
So this was sent back to me by Laura from Knit for Brains. I had sent her some DVDs of the TV show Profiler to watch, and she sent it back, and this was in the box. And she had showed this on her podcast, which is Knit for Brains on YouTube. She's also a bag maker.
It is
and she started dyeing yarn.
Gorgeous.
This is a Pure Joy by Hoagie,
Hoagie.
which this is definitely one of my favorite shawls.
Yeah.
But what she did is she had purchased this yarn of mine. This is Stormy Weather. I don't even know if I know how to remake this.
You
but
should,
it's blues
though.
and grays.
It's gorgeous.
And then she dyed this black yarn. So it's her yarn and my yarn. And
you guys should do a collaboration.
she likes to do like samples for friends who are yarn dyers. So she sent this back to me. So thank you very much, Laura.
She is such a giving
and
person.
this is a fantastic, this is one of my other favorite shawls to wear.
Mm-hmm. That was my first shawl that I ever... No, my second shawl that I ever knit.
I've knit
Was Pure Joy.
2 of these, right? Maybe more. No, I've done more than that.
You've given a few away.
I gave one to Beth, and I gave one to not my mom, because she got dotted rays. Somebody else must have gotten one, because I know I knit at least 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
But this is a great pattern.
It sure,
Love it.
sure is.
So thank you very much, Laura. I love that. It's one of my favorite shawls to wear too.
We also got a care package, which was super cool, and I don't remember if we can say who it's from.
Let's go under the assumption that we should.
I know. I feel like I know. So you do know who you are, and you did make us smile, and brought warmth to our hearts. And I want to eat these today. So there's a little care package with some tasty cakes.
And I love
peanut butter.
Oh my gosh. We're definitely having these today.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Some Sour Patch Kids, which I absolutely love.
They're
Watermelon.
sour and they're sweet.
Some Old Bay seasoning, because she's from Maryland, I think.
Yes.
And some Nerds. These were one of my favorite candies as a kid.
So people from Maryland, what are some
Look at the serving size. A tablespoon.
That's weird. What are some recommendations to throw Old Bay seasoning on?
Tells you right on the side of the can. Or the...
Crabs, shrimp, and chicken. So we don't eat crabs or shrimp. So only
chicken.
on chicken?
You can only put it on chicken. No, you can make those Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster with that fake, not fake, with that copied recipe. It's all over the place. Cheddar Bay biscuits. I love those.
Is that what's in there? Old Bay seasoning?
I think it's a Bay seasoning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I have no idea. And wait, what? Yeah, this is an Advent by Homespun House from 2019. And I could cry because these are already caked up and ready to knit. And I think that you might have done this now that I'm looking at it, because I don't think that that's how it came. And so every single one of these is caked up with the label and like a rubber band around it, ready to knit. Maybe I just noticed that right now. Oh my god, it smells delicious.
Maybe I'll use it to crochet.
No, you will not. You cannot have any of this. What is wrong with you?
To crochet a blanket.
No, you know what? Matter of fact, I think she actually said in her post or in her message to us that she doesn't want us to fight over the yarn or something. I can't find it, but whatever. But these are gorgeous colors. I don't know what the oh, it's 80/20. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Look how fun.
I'm gonna see if I can find that comment.
Anyway, thank you for my yarn. It was really nice. I'll let Kevin have some of the cakes. We'll share them together. But this is this was super sweet of you. So thank you. I guess now I have to do another corner to corner with this entire bag. That was sweet. I didn't notice that. How fun.
So that's all the owl post?
Nope, we have one more.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
So...
Oh.
I know.
So,
Buttons.
We got our most recent shipment of Row 1 minis. So you guys know Row 1 sends, it's a monthly subscription.
And Laura is so kind to send us just to start sending them to us so that we can share them and love them and knit with them.
Yeah, it's fun because you get to find dyers that
Yes.
you may not know about. Like last month was Megs
and Co.
Megs and Co, which now we get to follow on Instagram. And
Thank you for saying that because I didn't mention what yarn I was using of the Row 1 last time. So thanks.
So we got this month's shipment. So if you are a Row 1 member and you haven't received yours, this is your cue to look away.
So this dyer is Pearls Before Wine, which is super
Cute
cool.
name.
House Blends by Pearl. It's in their Robusta base, and it is.
This is actually.
This is from a yarn shop in downtown Walla Walla, Washington.
We talked about Walla Walla.
Yeah, they have a focus on regional and indie dyed yarns, owned by Leah and Sarah. Pearl 2, sorry, PURL, the number 2, has become a place of community for fiber artists in the area. Last year, the duo debuted Pearls Before Wine, which they are excited to share with you. They've been inspired by everything from their surroundings in the Pacific Northwest to pop culture to create an array of colors that ranges from soft florals to 90s neons. That's really, really cool. I was like, when I opened these up, that was the one that I opened up first. The colors seem so like soft and almost like luxurious looking with the color choices that they made.
And this has some tonals in it too, which is nice. Not all just variegated.
No, so we won't talk about all of them.
But
here's like a sample of kind of like what their aesthetic.
So this is Snow Pine, Life Aquatic. This is Perfectly Nonpartisan.
Look at this one. Oops.
This one's nice, that one.
Dirty Chai. Oh, I love that. That'd make a nice socket.
I like this one too. This is Silver Linings, Lazy Daisy.
Lavender Latte. Oh, I love the names of these.
Blue Wood.
The Spruce Goose. Stop.
I Want Candy.
What? Oatmeal
Mama.
Latte. What's this one? This one.
Aloe Govna.
Hello, Governor.
Aloe
Aloe, Governor.
Palus. Yeah, I like these.
Oh, Bridgerton House. Oh, there's a blue jay kind of having a really good time out there. Bellini's at brunch. Hi, Bubba. And then I can't say that word, so I'm not going to say it, but this is a really pretty color.
Vanya.
Vanya?
Right?
Vanier.
Vanier. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is a really nice set. Maybe I'll combine it with my Row 1 minis in my safe and make a blanket.
I'm glad you get a kick out of yourself. I really am.
Are those the Row 1 minis that you would like to keep for yourself?
Can I see these?
No. Get out of here. Go away. And then it comes with a stitch marker.
And some candies that somehow disappeared. I don't know.
You ate them already?
No.
This is a wine barrel.
Yeah.
Cute.
Right? What a fun thing.
Yeah.
And if you use Hello20, you'll get 20% off your first shipment of Row 1 yarns.
Yeah.
And we'll have that link down below.
So that's really cool too because that's 20 different
I can't
colors.
wait to eat these tasty cakes.
I know. I love tasty cakes. Do you guys remember the butterscotch ones?
No,
They're like
I've never had
bars. They're really good. I loved them. They probably taste so artificial.
That all those minis were wound up already.
I know. Good. It's very nice.
That's so nice.
All right, let's talk about...
Oh my god, do you think I can use those for the rest of my...
No, absolutely not. No. Nope. I'm stopping you right there.
I don't want to wind them.
I will wind them today.
You will?
Absolutely.
Good.
Okay. All right, so we went to... so now we're going to talk about breaking the bank. This is all the money that we spent. Pretty much. So, first up, we went to the pop-up market in the next town over, Milford. we haven't gone to something like that, in quite some time, and we really do enjoy those.
do.
I know.
Just walking around and seeing like local artists and
As a kid, my family, we did that all the time. We went to those. My mother had a booth at them quite often up and down the East Coast. So it's a good favorite pastime for me. And I like just going and walking around. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we love buying is handmade soaps. So we found a company there called Helping Hands. So they do soap.
They have the elephant logo. Isn't it an elephant on it? Yes.
Yeah. This is their card.
Yep.
So
Their
they
website
do
is
soaps
helpinghandsfortranquility.com.
and candles. So this one is called Fruity Pebbles, which...
Oh, it was really good.
Really smart. Had testers out, like in little plastic containers. So the smells, number one, weren't overwhelming. Mm-hmm. And you could actually get a whiff because these are shrink wrap. So Fruity Pebbles, which is fantastic. We got 2 of this oats and honey. And I think she said it's a little local, exfoliating too. It's a local honey, and the oats in it give you some exfoliation. She
said that one side of the bar, it has more of the oats exposed, I guess, so it acts more of, like Kevin said,
exfoliant. And then this one is called Tranquility. This one has, I don't remember the scent of this one, but it was really, really light and nice. So it was 4 for $20. So we got 4 things of soap from her.
She had candles and some other things. Check out her website. We'll have that link down below. She was very, very nice.
This one we didn't buy anything from.
No, but this one was the bags,
I know.
right?
I want to find them on Instagram because the bags are handmade. You pick out your fabrics.
They're
custom made. So you pick out your fabrics. You pick out how long you want your strap to be. Mm-hmm.
Just scan the thing. Just put your camera on.
I know. That's to take to the website.
Isn't that what you want to do? Oh, I have to Face ID. Sorry.
So this is the name of the company. We didn't buy anything from them. We should have.
So these are some of the, oops. Oh, that's her. Join us. So that's her. These are some of the bags. You can do different, add different things. I was thinking, like, of course, project bag.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I saw them. And they had some right there on hand, but I didn't want to buy one right away.
Yeah, so pick a style, pick your outside fabric, pick your lining, pick your strap, and pick your strap length. You design it, and then she'll make it.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's very unique. Oh, the Voyage. There's a big zipper on that one, so I don't know if that would make a good knitting bag, but.
And then okay.
Anyway, so we thought that was really cool. Her booth was pretty popular, so we didn't get a chance to go in and actually touch the bags and look at them up close. But it was a neat concept. We talked to her husband, I think it was.
And then our friends, they have a booth.
It's Breakfast at Timothy's.
He is just starting on Etsy right now. His Etsy shop only has his stickers. Mm-hmm. He does cards and like wood signs, and some other pictures. We showed some.
I have one here too.
Last year we got that.
I think I packed it up with the Halloween stuff so that we can put it all out.
They were what the hell's the name of that? Practical Magic themed. Mm-hmm. So
we'll have it linked down below. So his Etsy, like Kevin said, we'll just have his stickers. He's trying it out. So let's give him some love. And if you guys want to pick up some of the stickers like this, he's got some really fun ones. Ew, David. Of course, we had to be like twinsies. Oh, look, we held up the same one.
Oh my gosh.
We're even more twinsies.
So this one says, very uninterested in that opinion. And then, Merry Christmas, baby.
Oh my God, I love them. I love them so much. We also got from Practical Magic dish towel that we'll put out around that time of year. Midnight margaritas. If you know, you know. Love that so much. And then they was running a special on you can get a bag and a dish towel, or 2 bags or 2 dish towels. It was like 2 for $20.
Yeah.
And this is a little bag, which I thought would be a fun, of course, project bag. Because that's where my mind always goes. Which is so good. Ferals and familiars, welcome. Right? Home for wayward cats.
Yeah.
Isn't that so nice? And then we got some more of his artwork. Harry Potter. Do you hear my stomach?
I do hear your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I had that green stuff this morning.
You did? I didn't have it. I only had it that one time.
Oh, no, I've had it every day.
You did?
Yeah.
Or is it getting better to drink down?
It tastes like
I know.
dirty salad and water. It's gross.
I know. So that's that. So check out his shop. And I got 2 more things.
All right, I have one more, so you go again.
Okay. So, of course, I am a sucker for kits, and we were watching, what?
Chronicles of Yarnia.
Oh, I thought you were giving me judgy eyes. We were watching Chronicles of Yarnia, and, of course, they show these really cool kits, and we have a baby on the way. Not we. Know. We'll let you know if that ever happens. So look, crochet rattle. It comes with everything you need, including the ring, the yarn, and the rattle. Stuff inside. I don't know.
That's a really good price for the kit.
The kit was $15.
That's really good.
Yes. And it's all, the eyes are sewn in. It's all baby proof. I'm assuming it's cotton yarn. I can't see, and I didn't open. I would think so. I would think it's cotton, so that it's easily washed and cleaned.
Or acrylic, maybe.
Maybe. It looks very smooth. Do I have to open it?
Wait.
Oh, is this the same kind of yarn here? Oh, it is cotton. 100% mercerized cotton. Okay. So I got that, and then I also got this as well, which is one of those stackable ring toy things. I thought that was very, very cute. So I'm gonna do both of those. I love the colors. I think it's super sweet, and again, I'm such a stickler.
And they're gonna knit this one will crochet up really fast.
Yeah, I might actually start one of these today. I might start this one, because then I could just knit the circles.
Crochet?
That's what I meant. Crochet the circles.
Maybe.
It's in a different language.
Well, no. The instructions are not going to be.
Yeah. Oh, this one comes with safety eyes. I don't know. Is that safe?
Yeah, they're safety eyes. Hence the word.
Okay. And these are stitched on eyes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know that these were new kits. From what I remember is they were talking about it, and oh my gosh, why are their names all?
Oh, it's a small crochet hook, 2.5.
This
one was $25.
And they saw these at H&H, which is a show in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cute, and I think there's a couple of the different types of rattles.
Yeah, so if you actually go onto their website, if you go onto their website through the month of,
they just actually commented on something.
They're through the month of August, and use what's our code, NATR 10. You get 10% off their store. I didn't use this. I didn't use the code. That's okay. I'm happy to support them. Use code NATR 10. You get 10% off. Their store is very easy to navigate online. And I will tell you that I ordered this probably at 6 in the morning before I went to work. And then by the afternoon, it had shipped. And then I got it the next day. Right?
Yeah, it came
so
really, really fast.
Now, granted, we're only a few hours away from each other, but still.
Are we?
Yeah, because they're in Jersey.
Let's see how far of a drive that is.
Okay. Because you have to kind of do weird loopy-loops things.
Speaking of drives, I-91 Shop Hop is coming up, I think, next week.
Yeah, it is next week. We'll have to... We got to figure out what we want to do.
Actually, I think Monday, it starts the 8th, August 8th.
That's Monday.
It's a 2-week thing.
Okay.
So, where are they from?
Claire. Something Claire.
Mount Claire? Yeah, Montclair. Montclair.
Montclair.
Montclair, New Jersey.
Why don't you just search for their shop?
It's a 2-hour drive.
Oh, okay. So a couple hours. 1 hour and 46 minutes. The way that I drive it would be 4 hours. The way that Kevin drives it would be about an hour and a half.
You're right. You're definitely right. And then I have one more thing. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so, Kev.
Okay.
This is a lot of things. What do you have? Oh, I have something.
What?
You bought me a birthday present.
Oh, yeah. It's downstairs, right?
I forgot. That happened also. It was my birthday.
Oh, yeah. We forgot. It was Ray's birthday on the 3rd. And then your brother's birthday was yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we didn't do anything. We both worked. I stopped, got dinner and cake. We sang, ate cake.
I did homework.
You did homework.
Then
right.
Whatever.
All right. So, guys, we received our last shipment of our mysterious Manor Club from Les Garçons. It came very recently, so if you did not receive it, this is your moment to skip. I'll talk about it a little bit, so just be prepared. It's going to be shown. So this is the 3-month club. It comes with it's a sock set. It also comes with a pin, a progress keeper, and a sticker. And I know we gush about it all the time, just because it's...
And I'm also thinking that there's going to be more.
Don't talk about it because we don't want anybody to buy it until we do.
Well, maybe it's a good thing if somebody else buys it. No. So Max brought back the podcast after, obviously they've been super, super busy, but the latest episode of Happy Hour with Max the Knitter is on YouTube, and he hinted at the next installment of the mysterious...
What was it called? Mysterious...
Mysterious...
Wait, maybe Forest.
No, we did Mysterious Forest already.
Or was that Mysterious Creatures? Thank you. I don't know, but it's another...
I don't know, because I heard he's starting a new one. I had to shut my brain off because I couldn't do more. They're gorgeous. Anyway, go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
So here is...
That was enough talking, so you should have had enough time to consider if you want to cheat or not and see.
So I'm going to do this in phases. So I'm going to start showing. If you do not want to see, look away in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So first up, it's wrapped in this to give you an idea of what it looks like. So it's giving you another second to turn away.
With this sticker on it.
Here's the sticker that it comes with. So this is the maid who's holding a teacup. I have the postcard over there, huh? Probably. Mm-hmm. All right, so here we go.
We'll show this.
Here's the sticker. Here's the pin. Are you getting the theme? Here is the yarn. Again, 3, 2, 1. Y'all.
It's really, really pretty.
It's really freaking pretty.
I can't get over the progress keeper there.
I swear,
swoon.
This is on a BFL sock.
Mm-hmm. Are they all
this
on
BFL
BFL sock?
Called Lady of the House. And this is called Alex's Snowfield.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you are a very observant person, you will notice that here is mine, and it's been sitting there staring at you the entire time. Ha 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 ha.
What am I gonna? What if I?
What?
Use the 6 from the first one and this one in a shawl.
Wow, and call it the mysterious shawl.
And because then it's going to be some sparkle
we'll have to
in
pull
there.
Them all. Oh, the sparkle! I forgot about the sparkle.
So
I already used one of mine.
Yeah. Oops.
Remember? No, it made my favorite pair of socks that I've ever knit.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to do socks with all of yours. I think you should continue with that one.
I will.
And then maybe with the next one and this one, do a shawl.
Okay. The next one? So we are getting the next one?
Abso-freaking-lutely. So I think that's it for the knitting and buying stuff. So let's talk about what we've been reading and watching.
Okay.
So watching, we're watching Umbrella Academy. We have one episode left of season 3.
Yep.
So we should finish that probably today. Maybe we'll do that with like lunch.
Okay.
So we'll finish that up. It's actually quite good this season. I think we talked about it a little bit last time. Really love the way that they've handled Elliot Page.
Same.
In it.
Great.
It was, I just thought they did a really good job with that transition.
Yeah, me too.
The characters are good. I really like, I actually really liked seeing Ben, this version of Ben and this Elyssim, because they're both very, to me, they were both like the nice ones in the previous seasons, and I like seeing this little bit more. Their father's an asshole. He really is. And no matter what universe or what timeline, he's just a jerk.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a fun
it's really interesting.
The first
it's bizarre, but it's interesting.
It is. The first episode this season with the dance with the footloose.
Yeah, I don't. That was so weird.
I loved it.
I did too. Did you see the making of it? It was funny.
Yeah. So I think that actually all we've watched, we've watched our podcasts.
Yeah, we've had a lot of podcast watching. Did we watch any movies?
You know what else that's happened? I've become a Pokemon trainer.
Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah. Kevin bought 2 games, and he's like, and this is Kevin's MO, is that he'll purchase things and then doesn't tell me until like the day before it arrives.
No, I told you.
Day before it arrived.
No.
And he said, just in conversation, like we'll be doing something like, yeah, I bought two games for the Switch.
You're so dramatic.
I said, what games? Pokemon. Yeah. And then he walks away. And then here come 2 Pokemon games that got delivered to the house, and they're exactly the same game.
No, they're slightly different.
They're a difference of like 4 Pokemon.
What else? If you want to collect them all.
I'm not judging. A little bit, I am.
So it's been fun to play. That's another thing that I've been doing. Is
catching Pokemon?
Yeah. And knitting.
No, as one does.
You've actually... So, and you've had school.
Yeah,
so our viewing of stuff goes down because you go upstairs.
I have to go upstairs to focus because I have to spread out.
So I just throw on like movies.
Yeah.
We haven't watched any new movies to us. We probably watched like old.
But I'm pretty much caught up. I have one quiz to do, and I have a discussion post to do and a couple of comments on some more discussion.
Yeah, and you're done in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, all right, I guess that really leaves reading for the most part.
Okay.
I finished one book and started another book.
Okay. I finished 2 books and started a third.
The book that I finished was the one I was reading last time, which was... Actually, that's a lie. I finished 2 books.
Okay.
What was that book about?
Which one?
Wait, did I read this? I think I did. All right. Either way. So the first book I finished is
Malum Discordiae
by Ashlyn Druick. So this one is a male supernatural romance, enemies to lovers, dark academia. I hope there is another one. So this is a
Dark Academia,
right?
Academia.
Sure. Wait. So it has witches, necromancers. It takes place in Winslow, I think in Winslow, Mass. 13 families. They're Puritans. They come here, pick up their Puritan religion, because they're not really. They just use it to hide the fact that they are a huge coven. 2 of the families have a blood feud. The sons meet each other, like each other, and then realize that they hate each other because their families do. And there is a some murders that happen throughout the town, and they finally realize it's they started happening when one of them returned. He was overseas for 6 years. So somehow it's connected to the family. One of their family items goes missing. So the two sons work together to try to resolve this conflict.
Yeah.
And the person, I would say, it was who I thought it was, kind of, in a roundabout way. I do hope they continue on because I love the story of the families. And I liked the magic a lot in here. The way that it was described, I said previously, it was kind of like the TV or the movie The Covenant.
I liked that movie.
I did too. I will watch it. At the age of 13, they can choose to kind of like, I forget what the heck they said. Choose to, I don't want to say ascend because that's not it.
No, that's from the movie.
I know.
When you're 18.
Like, we'll say get their full potential, but it gets them into the covenant, into all the meetings of these families. If they choose to not go that route, they can never be involved in that, that process, almost like the governing body of the town. The characters, the two characters, I really like them. Their interactions, they hate each other sometimes, and sometimes they really like each other. But I want to learn more. I think I would love for them to kind of go back to when the family's like settled.
Oh, to see the history, like how they got here.
And because there's a record keeper who takes records of every dispute, where it started. So they had to go back in these records to try to figure out like why the families hate each other. And it kind of was all just a misunderstanding. And now these, 3 centuries later, there's so much that's been lost.
Sure.
Like necromancers are hated. It's considered a very dark magic.
Well,
but
you're bringing people back to life.
Correct, but they never did in the book, actually. Oh. Nobody was brought back to life. But they could talk to the dead and things like that. And,
okay.
And they find out that the other character is a storm summoner, I think. And those were hated just as much as necromancers. And they've kind of been like bred out.
Sure.
So the family history just seems like it could be really, really interesting, the history of the town. So I would love to go back and like have these two characters maybe uncover the history of the town.
Okay.
And, research it.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I finished, I'm trying to think what the heck this book was about. Oh, okay. I remember now. All right. So I finished The Secret Witness by Victor Methos. He actually is a lawyer. And his very first book was based on a case that he worked. So in this book, it takes place in Utah. There was a series of killings, I think it was 6 years prior, by a killer called the Reaper.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me a little bit
Yeah,
about
I totally forgot about this.
Yeah.
And he would leave notes saying, this is the Reaper. And all of a sudden, I think it went on like killed 10 people and then disappeared.
Yeah.
6 years later, and there's a murder, and the person says, this is the Reaper. So the sheriff, who is the daughter of the sheriff at the time of the original killings, goes to get the help of Solomon Shepherd. Solomon was the prosecutor at the time of the original murders, since then was injured and kind of become a recluse, and he just stays in his apartment. Doesn't leave for like months at a time, and she gets him involved. He doesn't really want to, but in the process, somebody in his life appears to have been taken by the Reaper. Mm-hmm. So he goes all in on this case. Initially, I was going to stop reading it. I wasn't involved.
Yeah, I remember you saying
didn't have any connection to the characters in it. probably within the first, I don't know, maybe like 20%. So I didn't know if I was going to keep going. And the suspect is crazy, like legitimately crazy. So there definitely was some intrigue in it, and it kept me going. I don't know that I'm thrilled with the ending. I feel like it was just like it ended type of thing. So there's definitely mention of a lot of violence, like harming of animals. So there's definitely some triggers in there. I don't remember if they mention them. And now I'm currently reading, this was recommended by one of y'all, Fish Out of Water by Amy Lane.
Fun.
This book is another male-male romance. It's more of like a suspense one. The two characters, one's a PI, the other is a lawyer. The PI comes from a very broken home. Like, grew up in, I think it takes place in Sacramento, and just comes from a very rough childhood, very rough background. You know, went to schools where there was a lot of gang violence and drugs and dirty cops. And the lawyer comes from the East Coast, Boston, a very wealthy family, prominent family. You know, went to all the Ivy League schools and all that. So they're complete opposite ends of the spectrum. And the PI, I'm going to say it's his brother. That's how he refers to them. They're not blood related, but gets accused of killing a cop in his gas station that he owns. And it goes back to the events of, I think 8 years ago in this one, of the PI who was a rookie cop and was contacted by the DA and Internal Affairs to look into another cop because they thought they were dirty. So he ran an investigation for 3 months. And after that, we've seen it on SVU and all those. Yeah. He, was a rat. He was attacked by other officers, and that's what led him to be a PI. But they think it's kind of involved in this. So they're working together to try to get his brother free by also keeping the family safe, though, from any retaliation for being considered a cop killer. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
Great.
It's, again, two polar opposites.
Yeah.
Who, trying to, as they're going through this, they're learning about each other and sometimes just like how different they aren't. They have a lot of similarities. Yeah. So that's what I've been reading.
Nice. I finished the 5th book in the Fire and Brimstone scroll series by Nikole Knight, and that's called Redemption. This is a 6-book series. I'm doing this one strictly. I'm trying not to have because it's all dark, but I'm doing this strictly on audio, and I finished that one. I'm currently on the 6th one now, which is called Elyssim. I'm almost done. I probably have about an hour left to listen to. Overall, the series was really good. I'll probably give a better recap next time we podcast, and I'll have a full understanding of what's going on. But this series is really a slow burn. It really went from pretty much it's like a definitely a LGBTQ plus book, because there's a lot of different types of relationships that they cover, a lot of some gender identity and how people identify and who they love and how that works together in group environments and things like that. So it's really kind of interesting. I've been reading this for a while, so I think I'm happy that it's going to be ending right now.
Ready for it to be done?
I'm ready for it to be done.
It's a commitment.
It is, and 6 books are a commitment. I'm glad that I listened to it on audio, because it would have taken me so much longer had I read it. I feel like I'll probably end the series. I'm sure we're going to get a happy ending. It was promised in the beginning that we would get a happy ending, and now they're setting it all up for a happy ending, which is fine. It's really good. But I think in the beginning of the series, I was giving this like 5 stars, probably through book 3. And then it started kind of moving more, downward to about 4 stars. I did give, I think I gave Redemption 4 stars as well. This book that I'm reading now, Elyssim, I'll probably give it about 3.5 stars. I think what's now happening is that a lot of the important things of the story, they're not focusing on, like, for example, when the wars are happening and crazy things are happening, they're not spending a lot of detail on those things and the development of the characters. They're focusing a little bit more on the naughty bits, which is important in their relationships and the way that angels, like, they have these commitment bonds and stuff like that. But
you're not a fan of naughty bits to begin with.
I'm okay with, like, there's got to be a balance. It's like I don't know, it's got to be a balance. Don't spend 20 minutes talking, like, on one sex scene and 30 seconds on, like, some of the major plot points of like the whole entire series.
No, I agree.
Like, how did we get here? Like, you can't just say, like, oh, and then 2 weeks passed, and in those, and then this has happened. No, tell me what's happening in those 2 weeks, how you're training, what you're doing. Like, I don't need to. Anyway, so
tell them why you're mad.
We'll see how it goes. And then I also finished Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I needed to read this for my sci-fi class. And in this class, we've been watching, I don't like watch an episode of Star Trek, and then there's a lot of short stories in this anthology that we read. This is actually one that we had to read the full-length novel, which is probably about 300 pages or so. It's the original 1818 text. So I'm including it here because it did take up a lot of my time because I had to read this. And I did a combination of listening to this and reading it on my Kindle. This is part of Kindle Unlimited, and then it automatically gives you the audiobook for free as well to listen to. So it picked up right where the other one left off, so I would listen to it during the daytime and then read it at nighttime.
Did it whisper sync?
It doesn't call it whisper sync, it just automatically syncs, so I don't know, like, whatever. So this is the version that I read, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the 1818 text. I have to say, Hollywood completely got Frankenstein wrong. I don't know where it came from, but
what we know as... Do you think it's based more on Herman Munster? Like, Herman Munster
was based on Frankenstein, just like Eddie Munster's based on Wolfman, and it's so the monster movies happened first, and then the Munsters happened. But I think maybe it's probably Boris Karloff for cinema that created these stories, because they couldn't probably at the time get this version of the story right with technology that they had and, like, storytelling maybe that they had. First of all, the novel was beautifully written. The language that was chosen, I mean, it was probably spoken at the time, but it was very fluid, and, like, you can used a lot more words to say things, but the words used were, like, totally 10-point words. Like, they were, like, really, really good ones. So it was beautifully written. The language was beautifully written. The characters, I was very surprised to learn that, and nothing's going to give this away. I highly recommend this book, by the way. This is 5 out of 5 stars for sure. If I give it 6, I would. The Frankenstein is not the monster. Frankenstein is the person who created the monster. So Frankenstein, in my opinion, and how this, how everything comes to play out, is the true villain of this story. And Frankenstein's monster, the creature, is actually, I felt a lot of sympathy for him. I think they did such a great job. He actually speaks in this and has, like, conversations, and you kind of learn where he's coming from. Don't condone murder, obviously, but there's some darkness here. There's a lot of a lot of instances where Frankenstein is like makes stupid ass decisions, and you're like, what is wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? And I just feel so bad for the creature. I do. I feel so bad for him.
Creature.
But I have to say it was very well done, and it's definitely kind of like a psychological book, more so than a horror story, I think. So I highly recommend it. I think that you should give it a try. It's told from the second person and third person in some parts. Really cool, really really cool book. And I'm still reading The Priory of the Orange Tree.
Good for you.
I know. It's been like 30 years. I'm almost done. I'm 90% done. But I had to take a break from that to read this. And then I was also reading some short stories from, there's just a lot, now we're almost at the end of school. So like, there's just so many assignments that have to be done. And there's so much reading to do. I just don't have the time to do it, so it's been cutting into my recreational time.
Your recreational reading.
Recreational reading. And that's it. I have a couple of books lined up for Nexties, and then that's it.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for this episode.
Same.
So, if you guys have stuck around this long, thank you very much.
Yes, and all of you winners, please contact us via email. And hopefully you enjoyed us showing some of the Stephen West projects that we...
Yeah, hopefully it's helpful.
Yeah. Give you some inspiration and some ideas. We're very, very excited about this knit along.
All right, guys. So we will be back in 2 weeks. So we will catch you all in a fortnight. Bye.
Bye.